Right at this point, I'll be treating this guy's name like Voldemort. I won't even bother saying his name out loud because as soon as the letters LAWSEY leave my mouth in the right order, the video just gets struck and taken down. But let's say the guy I'm talking about has a very similar name to a popular music artist. If you guys don't know what's been happening, let me remind you of the situation in its entirety. So a while ago, I posted a video about Swayle's behavior and his wrongdoings, and it got taken down about 3 days later after it was published, which made me really suspicious. It's either most likely he struck the video down or his fans spam reported it for bullying, because YouTube apparently thinks that saying someone is a bad person is considered bullying. At first I thought it was removed because I might have unintentionally said something offensive or homophobic, but nah. Apparently publicly calling out some grown-ass man on the internet is considered a hate crime and harassment. Yeah, good job YouTube. I won't lie, this situation really reminds me of another pro player who got called out for his narcissistic behavior called Shazam, where he striked another YouTuber's video for just being in it. Yo bro, I dare you to track it down, see what happens. If you guys don't know who this dude is, he's basically one of the largest channels in the Minecraft horror niche, which he heavily exploited. The entire Minecraft horror scene has gained so much popularity in the past year, you'd be surprised how fast you can grow when you post videos on this topic. I'm talking 2020 lockdown dream SMP levels of popularity. Lately, he's been caught red-handed trying to copy another YouTuber's content named Calvin. Yeah, you definitely know who that is by now. So what basically happened is that Swayle was publicly called out in a community post for repeatedly copying Calvin's content, but I'll speak more about that in a minute, because this really isn't the only thing that's happened that just proves his disgusting behavior.
I need to play Hitler music.
But to understand everything and how it happened, we should start from the beginning. He and his admin team mass-produced subpar versions of a horror mod called The Cave Dweller, which in reality wasn't even there. Apparently they're calling it public domain and profiting of it through monetization. Like, I understand you're trying to make money off of YouTube, which is respectful, but you're taking someone's creation and reworking it, perhaps calling it your own, and then you just get mad at people who use the same sounds from the same free sound library that you use and harass them. But more on that later in the video. This is exactly why I made a video called Why Minecraft Horror Mods Are Terrible and just discuss their flaws and mechanics. For instance, if you hop into a super flat world and spawn all of them next to each other, you'll notice that they all share the exact same behavior. The only differences are in sound and texture design, some of which are also ripped from other people. This is related to the previous segment, but this time it wasn't just about the Cave Dweller slop they created. Basically, he ripped off a very popular mod with over 3 million downloads called The Man from the Fog and made his own version, calling it The Man in White. But this was a really weird situation. When he recorded a video on it, he told Matto, the creator of The Man from the Fog, to let him know if he found the original creator of The Man in White, so that he could, you know, take the mod down since it's a literal ripoff. But they never found the mod creator. But sometime later, Swayle posted yet another video on the same mod, this time claiming it has been updated and that the mod creator DM'd him saying, if you wanted to try it out for this video, just go for it. Yet in his Discord, he was saying he didn't know where or how to find the creator. This just doesn't add up, does it? Wouldn't Swayle refrain from posting the videos in the first place if, you know, his intention was to help Matto take the mod down? What was the point of recording the mod at all if it's just on, oh, content? Well, okay. Anyway, Swayle ended up exposing himself, and I found out that one of the admins was the true creator of the mod. It didn't really take that long to find it out. All I did was type the keyword Men in White and found what I needed, and actually flamed the creator of the Men in White, asked people to mass report some creations and their mods that had stolen assets from his other creations. You know, how ironic, isn't it? Before all this, Matto, the original creator, had good bonds with Swayle and actually trusted him, but that was before he found out everything. This isn't the only case of him trying to take advantage of other creations, and most notably the Man Bear. What if I told you he tried ripping the mod apart? Well, you probably wouldn't believe me, considering the things he said in his community post, telling everyone that a fake version of the Man Bear was created and being spread, and that no one should download it. Well, it's obvious why. The main reason it could be potentially a malware, but this is when things get a little interesting. A person who previously worked for Swayle, the creator of many of the maps you see in his videos, which or he wasn't paid, turned against him after finding out Swayle was talking shit about him behind his back. So he set himself up with a Man Bear decoy, which was fake, and keep in mind, this was before the fake version came out, saying he paid $80 for it. And Swayle immediately asks him if he's seen the files. What? Break it down to see if it was really a thing or not, just curious. So what that basically means is, let me see the mod, let me take the ownership of it and just create 20 creatures with the same AI. I'm just playing, it's obvious he wanted the mod. I was also told that his admin team tried ripping apart another popular mod called The One Who Watches, but couldn't since, you know, it wasn't a gecko lib model, which is basically a config for the mods to properly work. Although I have no proof to back this up, I wouldn't be surprised. So content theft, yeah, I'll bring out the big guns in a second, but an example is the fact that he did a shitty job copying some guy and his maze series. Well, there's more to it. He used the exact same map, title, video idea, mods, but a little worse since it was improperly configured and the dwellers kept spawning outside of the maze, which wasn't really lore accurate. Swayle, knowing that some guy did this series, stated, "My series will be more advanced." Instead of crediting him, well, he was forced to in part 2 since some guy personally reached out to him in advance. Oh yeah, he also took a little too much inspiration from some guy and they had a little fight in community post, which resolved in Swayle deleting his statements to not ruin his reputation. Now on to something that I mentioned in the beginning. It is the fact that Swayle is constantly blatantly ripping off Calvin's content, and this has been happening since January. It is almost July for your information. He even dedicated an entire 12-minute video against them, which ended up backfiring badly. A couple hours later, Calvin makes a response where he debunks lies and explains his side of the story. With the proof he had garnished, it showed how disturbingly similar everything is when you overview Swayle's content.
I guess he has an ego, because he kept saying, "I'm trying to be like him and copy him."
Completely.
It climbs, it climbs, it climbs!
It is really foggy out. But yeah, how's y'all's day? Your boy's been chilling. I'm happy. He DM'd me. He's kept saying how like our titles and our thumbnails are similar, but keep in mind I take my own thumbnails and titles. I make my own titles, obviously. About a week later, he comes back and he starts out of the blue. Like last night, I uploaded a video. It was from the fog video because, you know, I do those a lot. He recently came back and he compared 2 different titles and 2 different thumbnails. Why is he coming back? Why is he starting problems? I'm not trying to copy him. Once again, I'm doing my own thing. Holy bro, y'all for real thought I was gonna die? Nah, your boy Swayle ain't dying. We not ended off the series like this. I tried to get in call with him because I was like, you know what? If this is really a big issue, then I think we should get in call. You know, I think we should talk, like, figure this out because we were texting. This was like my comfort YouTuber. I loved him. He was amazing. And then seeing all this, like him just randomly coming out of the blue and attacking me, it's just so upsetting, dude.
He probably has an ego and does his content for the money, and
he grew really fast, and I'm sure that kind of triggered some things in other YouTubers such as Calvin.
Matching not only his vibes, sound effects, but music and even mannerisms. And now as of June 2024, things have gotten, well, not really good. Calvin probably called Swayle out, which on Swayle's hand resulted in a shit ton of backlash. But honestly, I'm not even surprised. For his perspective, just imagine ripping off someone's content and making over 6 figures from it. This guy, instead of responding to the theft allegations, he just decides to ignore it, causing more damage. Oh, never mind, I was wrong. He's making a Google
So I'd like to quickly return to the DMs they exchanged. Swayle screen shared the entire conversation in a public voice chat, which is crazy. This could have remained a private matter, but because of the video against him, things just got worse.
Now this isn't the only evidence of Swayle's behavior. There's a lot of things I could say, but I'm just gonna let you guys think about it because probably YouTube is gonna take the video down for bullying. So he harassed someone for using the same sound library. You heard me right, word for word, what I just said genuinely happened. A guy in some guy's Discord server got attacked by Swayle and his admin team because one of their mods had the exact same sounds as the creation that they have made. What they didn't know is the guy used the exact same sound library. So that's just dumb on their end. Joining someone's server and attacking someone for a reason like this is just weird in general. Also, the 12-minute Calvin hate video, which I mentioned earlier, wasn't actually an idea made by one of their admins, but I'll talk about that more later. I feel like you shouldn't try to make a video against someone, especially if their point is just stop copying me. That video made Calvin seem like he did some insane hate crime against this guy, but in reality, it's just irrelevant point to make a video where you just are the victim and lie about 90% of the things that you said. False tracking content. Yeah, this alone proves my point and shows enough proof that this guy will do anything to keep his channel's reputation going. In my previous video, I mentioned that he decided it would be a good idea to raid some guy's Discord, which resulted in one person almost getting literally doxxed. That wasn't a joke, and one of their admins was screen sharing it too, which is kind of funny. Well, that's it for now. Let's just see what's been going on in depth. So I publicly posted the 12-minute Calvin hate video on my channel for everyone to see, but I deleted it a couple weeks later. The reason I'm about to share is why the video gets really irrelevant. Initially, in my first video, I talked about how Galaxy, a former admin who's been exiled, was the original maker of the video, but he actually wasn't. Here's the thing, he didn't actually intend to make the video at all. In fact, he was pressured into it, which resulted in it being uploaded on his account, ultimately ruining his channel completely. But why, you may ask? Well, honestly, to protect Swayle's channel's reputation. Once again, that sounds familiar, doesn't it? Even though Galaxy wasn't initially involved in the controversy, being literally just two people, he ended up bringing people along and getting stuck in the middle. This brings us to where we are now. The most random people who you and I have never heard of are being involved. And now it's not even his so-called fans and admin team, but his fans appear to care about him more than the admin team themselves. Good job. So another YouTuber who reacted to my video even had a word from Calvin about the entire Swayle situation. Calvin said that Swayle's series are a blatant replica and he's just not going to stop. So he took matters into his own hands and just set up traps in his videos. And Swayle managed to fall for every single one of them. The slasher mod he talked about in his video, the guy with the axe, yeah, he ends up getting the same mod. A video where Calvin teaches you how to use 11 cobblestone in Minecraft. Yeah, take a wild fucking guess. Thumbnails? Why not? Even the speech patterns. If you pull up both of their videos at once and play them for literally not even a minute, you'll realize that they're disturbingly similar.
Speedrunning strats. I gotta get to the nether ASAP. No Rocky.
The reinforcer so we can make security cameras. We need those ASAP, no Rocky.
Calvin's hook is insane, so he must do the same. Oh hey, that rhymed. He even said that instead of responding to the blatant theft, Swayle insisted on the collab instead. Yeah, the stupidest thing is that they literally silence everyone who mentioned me or Calvin's statements about Swayle. It's like they're trying to cover it up and throw it under a rug, despite him literally being called out to tens of thousands of people. Even if you go on his past live streams, you can tell he's a different person. Like, this ain't how he talks in his videos. Okay, well, this is actually bound to happen. You don't have the same energy on stream, but you get the point. His way of words changes entirely. So a while back, I actually reached out to one of their past admins personally regarding Swayle's behavior, and I got him to do a short interview with me. I asked him some questions about how I was being in touch with this guy, and well, just note that there will be some weighty topics.
I became involved with him originally back in November 2023, and it was okay. It was alright. I realized after I got into a relationship, I realized I started to get mistreated by everybody because my relationship ended up coming out to absolutely everybody in the community, and they started treating me like a complete jerk. Not initially, it was alright. Now initially it was alright, and they were talking to me, they were trying to clear everything up, and then these false allegations started. After this false allegation started, Swayle picked up on them and continued to spread it from himself, and it just made matters worse. They were P3O allegations. It was not, it was a very miserable experience considering Swayle told me he was going to get rid of those allegations. Yes, I did attempt to address my concerns with him. I have a full video on that, a full hour and a half, out 2-hour video of me just talking to him, addressing the concerns with him. And that's when he admits that he was lying about the allegations because he was continuing the allegations from Squeaky, the one who started them. In that video, I have him directly admitting that he was continuing the allegations he said. Well, some aspects of his behavior that remain undisclosed. So most people don't really know this, but a lot of people who work with him are probably going to figure it out the later they work with him. But I found this out really early on, that Swayle is a two-faced motherfucker who really hates his close friends, quote unquote. Swayle tends to talk behind their backs way too often. He tends to talk about the community behind their backs, and that's not even a joke because he talks about so many people he gets in VCs with constantly saying, oh, they're just really annoying and that I don't want to be around them. And I wish that he quote unquote said he wished he didn't get too popular because he didn't want the community to go crazy with him. Well, I tried making a video originally explaining what the situation was, especially my side of the story. And, you know, something like that isn't really the best considering you're a really low-end YouTuber with only like 1,000 subscribers. So it's like, you're not going to be able to beat a guy with over 200,000 subscribers. But I will admit it really affected my well-being to the point where it was like, I honestly just don't want to come back to YouTube. It really messed me up. I did to a couple of friends. I never reached out to like more popular YouTubers. Like I didn't reach out to Forge Labs or anything. I didn't reach out to you or Derp, or I didn't reach out to anybody publicly. The only ones I really talked to about it was just my really close friends. And I will admit, it definitely helped me out a lot. It gave me the type of closure I wanted when it came to the end of that situation. He was talking about how the allegations that were spread around were continuously going on because of him. He openly admitted to it in this conversation, deadass. And then he said he was going to, he admitted to saying that he was going to stop the allegations from continuing and proceeded to not do anything about them for 3 days. And then I tried texting him saying, yo, dude, what are you gonna do? You said you were gonna stop people from saying shit about me, and he proceeded to DM me. So I said, hey, could you make the announcement on your server? This is after talking to him about the allegations and whatnot. And I said, hey, could you make the announcement on your server? And I said, please. And then he said, I'm on vacation, bro, not even home yet. When I get back, I'll do something. I just don't think that would help, though. It might cause more drama right now. Everything is okay. Let's not make it worse. His grammar sucks. And I said, how is it going to make it worse? It'll make it 1,000,000 times better. Plus, you're the one who said he was going to make the announcement. So I've been waiting ever since that conversation we had. And he responds saying, dude, I understand, but I'm not home. Do you understand that? Me on vacation right now. Give me time and relax. You chillin', we all chillin'. RN. And then I replied to my original message saying, so I've been waiting ever since that conversation we had. And then he said, dude, skull emoji. And I said, I have been waiting, take your time, but again, I'm reminding you. And then a day later, he proceeds to literally unadd me, and I reply saying, here comes the hate. Not to mention now, but Swayle has a big ass ego that he didn't used to have. It's definitely showing a lot more than it was then. But all he really cares about is making fake videos so that he can get money from it. Someone from the community DM'd me saying, how come Swayle doesn't pay you for all the stuff you do? All the models you make, all the maps you've made, and sounds that I've designed for him. And the community was right. Like, why doesn't Swayle pay me for taking time out of my day to do something like this? Because out of everything I've done, I spent multiple days doing all this stuff, and I kind of seen a point in it. So this dude Kyle brought up a point to Swayle, asking him, yo, Kyle, why don't you pay Galaxy or Flame for any of the stuff they've done for you? And he's like, they don't deserve to be paid because we're just making simple things. And then Swayle proceeds to say that they're taking their own time out of their own day to do this. Like, they could honestly not be doing this. I found that pretty selfish. I found that ridiculous that he would even say something like that, especially after saying that he would pay Flame and me on multiple different occasions. And then when we finally get to the topic of it, he says that he was just joking. He just doesn't care about people. Yeah, I mean, more evidence came to life of Swayle staging his videos based on what sent with the image of Swayle flying. He makes it really like blatantly obvious. I saw that happen. I don't know if you know or not, but he sent me the screenshot of that happening, and he was freaking out. He was telling me like, yo, Swayle is finally getting attacked by like Like karma? And I'm like, there's no way. And then he sends me a screenshot and a whole video of you talking about how the dweller shit sucks. And then I get a video from that also addressed that Derp was talking about the situation as well. Like, I watched both of those videos and I was like, karma is finally hitting the fuck out of him.
I had some people DM me about like there's shit been going on with you, and I'm like, bro, what you mean? I just wanted to check up on you, make sure everything's all good. Cause I feel bad because I haven't talked to you so damn long because I've been too focused on myself, and I feel like a dick for it. You know what I mean? Cause like, bro,
It's funny because there's always something new with me.
I mean, it's just the usual because people can't leave shit behind, or they cause even more problems in the future for no reason. You know?
Well, I mean, it's not only that, but it's just the fact that people started DMing me shit.
The key hits thing is kind of weird because at first he didn't like me, right? And then recently we met up for it and we're cool, but I tried staying away from him, you know what I mean? But after that, we made a video a couple weeks back and I had fun with him. I had fun recording with him, but then he got in contact with Calvin and then Calvin started saying shit about me to him in DMs and I was like, dude, there's no way this is happening because I was friends with Key Hits at the time, you know? Me and him were good friends and shit. And then after Key Hits looked at me differently, he made a tier list video. He said shit about all of us. You remember that? Shit like that. Besides all that, basically, I'm friends with Key Hits, right? But I kind of just watch him because recently he asked me to record. He said earlier he asked me to record before he even brought you up because he brought you up in DMs and he said, "What do I do about this?" And I was just like, "Don't worry about it and just stay away from it. And you can talk to him. You can do what you want." I said shit like that. And then after that, we talked about recording. Because he said, Calvin's not available. Would you like to record? No, he said, can I have you in a recording session? I was like, I'm not free tonight. I'm free tomorrow. So he was like trying to replace me and use me for Calvin, which is kind of funny. It's weird, dude. Because like, I'm not trying to be like that fucker. It's annoying the way he like tried to get me to join him for recording, and he's just trying to get unreleased shit from me, I feel like, you know, because he's out of content.
Everyone is.
Flame has cut you off and Puff has, because I don't know why. I still enjoy talking to you and shit. It's just Puff is like, ever since that quote unquote apparently thing is what people think, like Puff just thinks like you're weird. I tried talking to him, he said I will not be adding him back under any circumstances, and I was like, dude, we've known him for so long, you can't just like be weird like this. And then Puff, yeah, he was thinking about it first, but like he said no, and then he talked to his parents about it. I don't know why the hell he did, because it's not any of their business.
That makes that a million times worse on every circumstance. I don't know why Flame cut me off. I literally asked him if I can have the fucking Wendigo mod. That is all I asked for 3 times.
I mean, I don't know. Flame is his own person. I can't control him, but some people have been trying to remake new shit that I've helped him.
I know who's been remaking.
Galaxy, we've had so much issues with him, and it's gotten really bad.
It's going around my server.
People can't wait until we release shit, so what do? They pull up my fucking videos, sit there for hours, and remake it. Can you believe that? And then they upload it to CurseForge. Like, that is so uncool, dude. They took sound files from my video. You can hear my voice trying to be cut out in the background. Can you believe that? Like, why can't people wait? I was planning to release everything, like, very soon. Because I had the From the Fog Season 2 mod pack ready. And I had a whole bunch of other mods ready, like the Man in White and Origin. But seeing that, I was like, dude, there's no point. And then on top of that, you need to help me. Can you, like, kind of see my perspective right here? If we release anything else to, like, the public without putting a lock on it for certain people, people like Calvin are going to milk the shit out of it and make money. And not care for us. And keep saying I'm copying him, you know what I mean? That just makes me really upset and annoyed because, oh, fun fact, I never told you this. Remember the day that Calvin came after me and then he like unadded me and went away from me, shit like that?
Mm-hmm.
You remember all that? He came back after making a video with the Goat Man added into his From the Fog pack in Nightmare.jar. He came back and he specifically said to me, bro, you need to stop adding in these new dwellers and stuff and copying. And I told him, I was like, dude, I helped fucking make them. What are you talking about? He comes right back after me saying I'm copying him when he's using dwellers that me and Flame have made in our own videos to like be different from others.
All I have to say is we would have never been put in this position if it weren't for Sweeky.
I can agree with you on that. I recently blocked him. He spam texts me on my phone, on Discord, on everything. I've had enough. I can't. I've tried protecting him. Trey's tried protecting him from me. I finally got rid of him, dude. I can't fucking do it anymore. He caused everything from the beginning, and on top of that, he made it worse by just, he doesn't know when to stop. It's so fucking bad, bro.
He's the reason why I dropped the server in the first place, to just focus on picking myself back up. He was the reason I lost Puff as a friend, Zeph as a friend. So many fucking reasons was just directly caused by him, because he can't keep his fucking mouth shut. And it doesn't help the fact that Trey helped Squeaky start.
Well, at the time, Trey didn't know, you know, he was just being stupid. After we talked it all out, still, dude.
It doesn't matter.
I don't know.
After talking it all out, after Squeaky admitting to the false allegations, nothing changed.
Yeah, true. Squeaky, Trey's tried to start talking to you again, and then I don't know. I don't even know what prevented y'all.
He doesn't make enough. He'll pop in. He'll be like, "Yo, what's good?" And I'll be like, "What's good?" And then he'll ask me like, "Are you gonna be a part of the build comp?" And that is literally the last kind.
We are kind of going our separate ways, though. I mean, I respect you working on YouTube and shit like that, and you respect me. It's just we haven't. I don't know. Why are we going our separate ways? Why don't we still talk? I don't understand. Like, I get that we're focusing like on ourselves, you know, because I know you're working on videos right now, you know, and I respect that. But I mean, at some point, bro, I usually try to stream by myself though, because like, I don't know, he's cool, but like, I don't want my channel to be revolved around him, you know, like it has to be revolved around me.
Yeah, you're still doing it.
I know, I'm trying to do other collabs with other people, but there's so many fucking weirdos out there that like, they see me like, oh, this guy's big, let's use him for clout. I just want to hang out with you, bro. Like, real shit. Cut all the other like map mods making it. I don't give a fuck about that. I miss us just hanging out and playing. Like, I mean, on recording or off, like, we had fun no matter what. Even planning maps and shit, we had fun. We all had fun building that Krampus map, bro. Like, come on. Let's be honest. Even though MCT was kind of annoying, he still kind of is, but it's whatever.
He's actually more of a nuisance towards.
That's good. I just don't want people still going after you for no fucking reason. The past is the past. Like, the future is what we look into. Like, there's no point, you know, like, it's just stupid. I don't want to get any full detail about what people sent me, but it's okay what you think about me. I understand from your POV, because I haven't talked to you in a while. I totally get it, okay? I understand. I want no problems, okay? I've seen some other stuff that you said, but it's all good. Listen, I'm not gonna make it a big deal because it's nothing crazy. No, you're fine. Listen, you're fine, bro.
It's not any different. You've said shit about me too.
I mean, to be honest, I did not talk shit about you. I just talked about like the thing back then before I had the actual information when I talked to you. Remember? Like, that was before I even got in call with you.
It's back when my actual server was around, before it got mass reported.
Again?
Yeah, I lost my server 2 times in a row. And Kat, your new staff member, he told me that it was probably caused by a staff member, as staff members are the only ones who can do shit like that, so...
You don't think Kat K did that, do you?
No. I think Allison fucking did it.
Are you friends with it, whatever that thing is? Because, like, I don't know, bro. That was like, I don't know, someone said that was like a woman, and then it sounds like a guy. Dude, who knows? But, yeah. I mean,
you know, the shit that we've said about each other is not gonna fix anything.
It's not. I can agree.
But
I haven't
see it from my perspective, at least for once, because after everything that's happened, you not responding to me, and you kind of just sitting there letting my DMs go to null void and shit like that. Like, what more am I supposed to think? Like, yeah, you definitely abandoned.
Well, I didn't try to. It's just, I don't even know how to word this without you thinking I'm not, like, lying to you, because we haven't talked in so long, and you don't understand, like, how I'm trying to do stuff different now, like, just by myself in general. You know, it's stuff like that, but I totally get what you mean and your perspective. I understand. And I feel like a dick for that, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've been thinking about it for a couple of days now, because I was like, dude, maybe you need to check up on you, talk to you, but I didn't want to start shit again because it's been so long, you know. I was just like a little nervous because I did the DMs thing again. Holy shit. I don't know why key hits is causing problems to you. That's another thing real quick, because he DM'd me, like I said earlier, and then after that, he went right to you.
Yeah, no,
why does he care so much?
Jamsteo was literally the most mature person about the entire... But the problem with the Key Hicks is the fact that I'm a Christian, and the fact that he's not believing me.
That's weird. That's just his opinion, though. He's weird. He can be weird all he wants, you know? I mean, at first, he didn't believe that I was trying to be myself and not trying to copy others, you know? I mean, even you knew that before I even blew up, before I even knew who Calvin was. Pretty much.
I used to watch his content a while back because I loved his RL Craft series. I was inspired by it way back in the day. I used to love his videos, enjoyed them and whatnot. And recently,
I see you as a completely different person, dude. If I'm being honest with you, it's genuinely like I don't even know you guys anymore. That is like how bad it's gotten. But if you want to prove me wrong, then I'm willing to give it a shot.
I just wish I could explain this to you better, but I get it. It's just screenshots of. You should know. It's okay though. I'm not mad. I don't really care, but it's your personal opinion. It's okay. It is all chill. There's other shit with Squeaky going on too, so don't even stress. Like, you're not the only one. Me and you are not the only one, so it's fine. But yeah, there's just.
And I have a feeling one of those screenshots is what I said
It might be.
What I said recently was like I described every single person out of the friend group like as my personal view.
Right. I think that was one of them. Once again, it's all good. It's your way of looking at it. I mean, I respect that because once again, we haven't talked in a fucking minute, and I left on like kind of a bad turn type of thing. I feel like wasn't really thinking. I just like said fuck all of y'all, you know, like to everybody I knew. But it's been coming back. I mean,
see, you can't do that. If you're gonna do YouTube and shit like that, you can't do that.
Like, I need help to understand how I can like do that in a way of like not trying to be weird. Because there's times when I do want to focus on shit more for myself. I don't know, dude. If I don't do something for YouTube like every day, well, not upload every day, it's just like get stuff ready for like weeks in advance for another day, I feel like I've done nothing, and it's like the worst feeling, you know. It's like that worst feeling of just being there for like a certain amount of hours and you don't do shit all day, right? Even though it is kind of like a side job and you enjoy it, but at the same time you don't do shit all day and you don't get anything done, and you look at yourself like, dude, what the fuck am I doing? And that messes, I don't know, it messes with my mindset. I was recently trying to talk to Key Hits before all this weird shit happened, and he was like, just relax, like make yourself delay on when you post or work on stuff. It helps out. But I can't do that, you know. Like, I either think about trying to do something by myself at a certain moment or with friends at a certain moment, and my friends don't understand that like I'm like trying to like not play with them or play with them, but it's not just for content, it's to have fun and make content. But I'm worried about videos since I'm getting bigger, because dude, I still don't know how to be a YouTuber. I'll be honest with you, I have no fucking clue. And I've been like hella like stressed and weirded out, you know. And that's why I went down the path of like, should I do myself and just like let everyone else do their own thing and leave in a bad way, or just make videos with friends and see how it goes? Like, I just don't know. That's why like when people are asking to collab at this point, I'm just like, fuck it, why not? Because maybe it'll help me in like my mindset, you know. I don't know.
It's not going to.
I don't know how to fix that.
The more you push yourself, the more you're gonna realize where you went wrong. Having this talk with you right now is nice. And I appreciate it, and that definitely changes my view on you again.
Another thing, I did not try to fuck up your channel with the Calvin thing. I wasn't thinking that, okay? And when you were pressure for all of us, I'm very sorry for that. Because that was not okay. We weren't thinking. We all weren't thinking. And I'm sorry for that.
Fault for that anymore.
No, it wasn't yours. It was mine, because I made the decision quick, and you kind of got gaslighted into me telling you to do it because I wasn't thinking, and I'm sorry for that. If that did kind of fuck up your channel, I'm sorry, like real shit, dude. Because I felt bad for that.
It really fucked it up.
You guys also remember when I spoke about him copying ADK some guy? There are more cases of this guy taking too much inspiration. Among the people I could have mentioned and already did, this case seems to be one of the most severe. This was back in December 2023 and involved with another YouTuber named Craze. So Craze basically sent a message to Swayle, which included, I came across a series of yours called From the Fog Evolved, and it seemed to mimic my series and the same name, video, title format, and thumbnail for episodes 1 and 2. They talked for a while and Swayle starts pressuring him into a voice chat, like that Calvin hate video, a manipulation John. So Craze wrote a long message which summarized means he accused Swayle of copying his YouTube series name thumbnails and video formats without permission, then passing it off as his own content and monetizing it. Despite trying to solve it privately, he was ignored, so Craze filed a copyright complaint with YouTube, which ruled in his favor. Swayle responded with, everyone will do the same shit. He also said that he was confused about the thumbnails, claiming they weren't that similar, and am I the only one who just sees the exact same similarities? It's also odd to see Swayle type a grammatically correct paragraph, considering how he usually writes and speaks. It's like another person wrote it for him.
Swayle DM'd me freaking out about that, actually saying like, yo, what do I do? Yeah, he deadass DM'd. He was like, dude, what the fuck is going on and shit. Yeah, that whole conversation with Craze, Swayle had me deal with it.
Craze responded to Swayle these messages saying he reached out to Swayle but was ignored, so a copyright strike was the only option left. He pointed out that the videos were released 2 weeks later and used the same series name, making it hard to believe it was a coincidence. They eventually resolved it with Swayle listening to Craig's requests and Craig's retracting the copyright strikes, but YouTube being YouTube said otherwise, and Swayle's videos end up getting taken down, and this guy starts complaining. There was another situation with another YouTuber, but this time he was meant to collab with someone else right before blowing up, and it ended up with him absolutely trashing that person. It's very odd to see him state that he doesn't have time for collabs, considering he posted a video with Forge Labs a day earlier. He said that one of their friends attacked him for personal reasons. I mean, bro just asked him to change thumbnails. I don't even know what he was on, but okay. Just imagine how I feel after an admin announced and told people to respond with my phone number in general. But here you can see their entire story with Swayle in its entirety. The last sentence and the following messages telling numbers will never make up for bad behavior. Stop using your age and IRL experiences to excuse your behavior. Yeah, that's what I was exactly trying to tell. This isn't where the stupidity ends though. I could probably do another 500-word paragraph and actually just discuss how he clickbaited very popular videos, naming it 100 days, but instead playing for like, I don't know, 2 to 3, not even. But every person that watches his dweller slop won't even acknowledge it. Before I end off, I highly suggest you guys watch Junan's video on this guy. It was really well made. I'm honestly surprised that not many people have acknowledged it, and it brings up really important points, one of which was him taking down my video. It's really just my video, but it's more in-depth, which I respect. Well, let me know what you guys think about him in the comments. Do you really think he's a bad guy? Well, that's just all from me. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe. Trying to hit 50k before the end of 2024. Let's get it, let's go. Hopefully I don't forget my YouTube password for the next 3 months. Yeah, we'll see. Goodbye.